What is up, guys? Good morning. So it is Thursday, August 10th, and we're gonna do another daily vlog. I just got back from my morning walk. I literally just, every morning, I start my day off with like a 5 to 10 minute walk. Like, really, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. And I promise you, it is so worth the benefits that you give off. You're in nature first thing in the morning. You're also regulating your circadian rhythm by getting sunlight into your eyes, getting some vitamin D first thing in the morning. Like, it just helps set the tone. It's like, okay, here's something very short and productive that I can do, right? The same thing with like making your bed in the morning. Very tiny productive things that set the tone to show you that you want to show up for yourself and that you're getting things done right from the get-go, and it doesn't make you want to push things off or procrastinate as much. And it also helps me get in like 1,000 extra steps right off the bat first thing. Very, very quick and easy to do. I spend the time listening to a podcast. Usually I listen to Mind Pump, sometimes some self-help stuff. Sometimes I'll go without anything and I'll just really reflect and think. Like, it's a really good way to add in the smallest amount of me time or you time first thing before you go into like a busy day for whatever you have planned. This is like literally the outfit that I wear. I will wear literally whatever the fuck I am wearing, and I'll just like walk around even though I look disturbed sometimes. I'm like, I don't care, I'm getting my steps in, I don't give a fuck, it's part of my routine. And then I come inside and I have my coffee. I already had breakfast today, so I started the day off with 3 eggs, tomato basil rice cakes, and spinach. So I have a like smaller breakfast first thing in the morning when I'm here at my dad's house. And I pretty much always have eggs every single morning. So some variation of eggs with toast, something like that. The tomato basil rice cakes are the best ones you'll ever have. I swear on them. Today we're gonna hit legs. It's gonna be leg day. I kind of got no sleep because I've been out here living life. I've been doing this new thing where I'm enjoying my life more. I'm trying to have more fun. You know, it really hit me because my friend Clarice the other day was like, you know, I really admire your dedication like so much to the gym, like it's awesome. She's like, but girl, you gotta have fun. And I'm like, oh shit, like yeah, like you're right. So like I have been trying to have fun. It is so hard for me to break from my routine. Like, that's where I get anxiety for me, is mostly like, oh my god, like I want to be on routine, like I like how I feel when I'm on routine, like, and then I do stuff that's like off of it and I'm enjoying life more, and I'm like, oh shit, like I can hang, like I can do this, like okay. So that's what I've been like on a mission, is like enjoying my life more. And so yeah, maybe I was out a little bit late last night, but it's okay because we're gonna get everything else that we need to get done today, and I feel fine, and I'm probably gonna be fucking tired. I will admit my sleep schedule is probably the last thing that I want to fuck with, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So we still eating good. Let's see what today's coffee over cardio flavor is. Today we have the churro stash. So that's the flavor that I'm vibing with. And this is the oat milk that I use because I find it to be the cleanest, is Planet Oat. And I just use like a splash. Unsure entirely of like how much it affects my digestion, but I'm like, I think it's like not that big of a deal because I think almond milk was a little bit like worse for me. Anyway, it's like a very small amount. That's like one thing that I'm like, I'm not willing to give that up, so we do that. And I like making like an iced coffee. I've also been starting my morning with a gratitude journal. I literally got this on Amazon. I think it was like maybe $11 or $15, I don't even know, but literally like it gives you a nice quote for the day to set you up. You write things down. I like it because of the fact that like it has prompts for you versus me just trying to write things. Like, I'm not going to stay consistent with that. Like, this forces me to. And then at night too, you go to bed thinking of things that were like good that happened, and like I think it really sets the tone for the day to start it, and it ends it on a really good note. And I wanted to practice gratitude and being just like affirmations and being more grateful and finding the good in life a little bit more. So this has been the one thing I've been able to stick to, because when I have my own gratitude journal, I just like or affirmation journal, I feel like I don't stick to it ever. So like this has been a game changer if you're looking to elevate your life in that way. Alright, so I just got ready for the gym. We're gonna train legs today. We're gonna hit a quad focused workout, motherfuckers. Okay, so this is my fit of the day. We're feeling her. I'm leaning the fuck out. I really am. Like, I am like, sometimes I'm like, okay, I wanna lean out, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, I actually don't do the fucking work to lean out. And then I'm like, I wanna be lean. And then I'm like, okay, then fucking do the work, bitch. Like, and so I'm doing the fucking work. So I'm literally around like 120 right now. Like 121, I would say. Let's be a little honest here. So I'm like riding like 120 point, like high, like 8, 9, like, so right around like 121 most days. In seeing 120, I haven't seen that number in fucking forever, since like 2 years ago. So listen, when they tell you your body holds on to shit because you don't want to let go of these habits and these patterns that are not helping you, it's true. You gotta let go. If you want to move different, if you want to look different, you gotta move different, gotta put in the work and the energy to get there. So that is what we're doing. And I feel literally the best I have ever felt in fucking forever. And I know I keep saying that, but glutes are chillin'. So yeah, no, the whole outfit is Honor Active. This is the new Bando sports bra. They couldn't have created a more beautiful frickin' powder blue. I feel like Cinderella when I wear this. And the straps, they come off, so like if you are able to wear strapless in the gym and not like be terrified, fucking go for it. I wish I could. I might try it, but like I don't trust my titties. Good vibes, good vibes. Alright, let's go hit legs. Obviously, I have my pump here because if you're not taking pump on leg day, what the fuck are you doing? Second, I have a 3D Energy, not my best look, but I love these. I've been actually really good with my caffeine lately, but they sent me some, so now I'm back. But same deal, creatine, salt, pump, and I have some pre-workout energy because I also didn't get enough sleep last night. Don't condone it, but we're gonna just roll with the punches, you know? I'm trying to have more fun, let loose a little bit, not be so uptight. So that's what we're doing. And then we're gonna hit up Jersey Barbell, and I'm gonna fucking demolish my quads, and you're gonna come with me, and then if you do the workout, we're gonna grow some fat ass quads together. So let's do it. All right, so nothing like a little mobility. One of my favorite things on squat day is to hold a squat at the bottom with this plate and kind of focus on leaning into my knees to open my hips up a little bit. And then I like to do some kickbacks just to help activate my glutes a little bit. I definitely struggle to engage my glutes more naturally. So this kind of like helps build that mind to muscle connection and activate them a little bit before I go into my actual leg day. All right, so starting off with squats. Looking back, I could have slowed down the eccentric, so the lowering phase of the squat a little bit more for some more time under tension, but I wanted to try to go heavy today and just see how it felt. So the weight was moving, the squats felt pretty good. So here I did about 3 sets, somewhere between like 6 to 8, and then I tried to go and see if I could do 185 again for, I guess, just to humble my entire existence and experience. And here I am, like, embarrassing myself, trying to do 185 for reps like I used to be able to. Realized I'm not there yet, but I will say it's really not all about the weight. It's just how you move and can control it. And I can control the weight so much better. My form is a lot better now. So that is like a huge win. And honestly, aesthetically, I feel the best I feel. And I feel like I'm training the way I really love to train. So I just did that for like 1 set. And then here I'm going into my all-time favorite thing. I know people shit on the Smith machine all the time. I love the Smith machine for legs, like for glute specific movements too, like the unilateral stuff hits so good on the Smith machine. So I'm doing a plate elevated reverse lunge here, and I do 2 to 3 sets depending on how I'm feeling with my workout. And I rest in between each leg, which is also a game changer. And I do this for usually 8 to 10 reps. Um, it feels so good. My glutes are always demolished the next day from these. So yeah. All right, so here I'm doing the hack squat for 3 sets by 8 to 10 reps. Looking back too, I kind of feel like I wish I kind of slowed down the eccentric a little bit more too. Maybe went a little bit lighter and just kind of really repped it out and got a really good burn. But alas, this is why we film ourselves, so we can look and kind of see where our weak points are and how to improve and get better. Okay, so here I did 3 sets by 8 to 10. I kind of also with here wish I went a little bit lighter and just kind of repped it out a little bit more. But honestly, whatever, it's fine. Again, looking back and realizing that. So because I only did 2 sets for the reverse lunges with my hack squat and with the pendulum, I did 3 sets, and then that is it for the main focus. And then I go into my finisher. So for my finisher today, I chose leg extensions. So I will either do either a quad focused finisher or a glute focused finisher. So like maybe like kickbacks or reverse hyperextensions, like something like that. I want to bring up my quads a little bit more so right now. Also, it depends if my glutes are too sore or anything like that. So I chose the leg extension machine today, and I just did 2 sets of this, higher rep here, or like 10 to 15 reps. I like doing higher rep on the leg extension. It feels really good. Okay, so something I've been doing to kind of like help with the healing process is like, for one, I realized that I like really grieved the shit out of that relationship. Like I genuinely spent like 3 whole months of like evaluating it, analyzing it. I was pretty depressed throughout that time. Like I had highs and lows, but I was mostly low. And something I realized is you really should take the time to, yes, heal. And like I was kind of like isolating myself though. Like I was like absolutely like no dating apps. Like I want to focus entirely on myself. Like I'm not trying to meet anyone. I'm not trying to talk to anyone. Like fuck all of that. And I think that is like a really important and vital part of it, is because you get to give back so much to yourself and figure out, okay, like who am I? Like what am I doing? And like genuinely like what makes me happy, like at my core, like aside from that person. Like because I think like something that's not even talked about a lot is like when you date someone for so long, especially if you feel like you had to be a certain type of way with that person, you forget like who you are without them. And you also forget like what did I do when they weren't there, and like their energy. And even when they're gone, like you can still like feel that energy over you while you're trying to make like day-to-day decisions, and you think kind of like, what would they like think of this, like what would they think? And I would do that. Like I would literally like do things and I'd be like, if he saw this, like he would probably think this of me, like, and I'm like, oh my god, like I am not living my life for myself. And like eventually, like when you start to find yourself getting happy by doing things that genuinely bring you at your core joy, you start to get a release of some of that energy. But also like you have to go out there. Like you cannot coop yourself away constantly like trying to force yourself into healing, because that's not okay either, right? Healing is a process that takes a lot of time, and I think it's really good to self-reflect and reevaluate and journal and understand yourself and your attachment styles and where this is, some of your shit is like deep-rooted in. But when I like finally was like, you know what, fuck this, I'm gonna start having fun. Like that's been my goal and my mission lately, is to have fun with life. I genuinely started having fun, and I feel like I started to align with myself and my values, not his values, but my values and what I want out of life and what I think is cool and what I think is great. And that's when you start to come back to yourself and really change the narrative. Like, rewrite the narrative. Rewire your brain, redo all of this shit, because it's up to you to help yourself get through it. And part of that is, like, you have to get yourself out there, because I think that, like, a lot of it also was, like, when you go through that, you feel so alone, so alone. You feel so isolated, and we tend to also kind of do that to ourselves by isolating. But it's just, like, it's so hard to find the joy in things. And then the world seems so small. And I kind of came to this realization where I was just like, the world is really only as small as you make it out to be, because the world is fucking huge, right? Like, who are you to think that, like, why would you ever in your right mind give one person all of that power over you, when there is so much more to explore? The only person that should have that much fucking control over you is yourself. When I started to go out, I started to take myself to places that I wanted to go that made me that I don't normally go to. Like, I had to very much force myself out of my comfort zone and be like, you know, I've always wanted to go here, this would be cool. And I think it also really helps to have, like, single friends too, but I think solo dates are super beneficial and important also, just to explore and realize, like, there's so much out there even within, like, 30 minutes of you. Like, have you really explored all of the state that you live in? Like, there's so much to do outside of your goddamn hometown that you think is so stale, right? Or wherever you are and you're just like, I never get out. Like, go do things that will actually bring you joy and give you a new perspective. Because if you're always doing the same thing in the same routine, it gets so goddamn stale at some point. You know, I love a good routine, but you gotta get out there. You gotta meet people. You gotta have fun with it. You have to detach from the outcome and just enjoy and be. I kind of, like, went into it like, I want to just connect with people. I want to connect with human beings. Because if you're always out there looking like, I just want to settle down, but all these guys suck, no one's into, like, no one wants a long-term relationship, dating's hard, like, blah 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 blah. Like, yeah, it's gonna be hard because that's what you keep telling yourself. Like, no, you're not gonna meet your Prince Charming if you keep telling yourself all guys blow and dating is the worst thing that ever happened. Like, the more you feed yourself something, the more your brain starts to believe it. So you need to rewire that process to your advantage. Do things that would make sense. Like, try to rewire your brain so that way you get the most out of it, because you're the only person who has control over the situation. You are the only person who can get you out of who can get you out of the slump you're in, who can help you heal, who can help you break free, who can help you really understand your true potential. No one else is going to be able to do that for you. I want to be able to nudge you and help you and get you to see that, but I can't see that for you if you truly don't and you don't want it. So something else I've been thinking about doing, like, for rewriting the narrative, is I was like, I want to take myself and my single friends, which I'm so hype. I finally have single friends. That's the other thing. If you are constantly surrounded by people in a relationship, you're gonna miss your fucking relationship. Of course you're gonna miss your relationship if all you do is hang out with people in relationships. Yeah, that blows when you're single. Make single fucking friends. Yes, you can hang out with your friends in relationships too, understood, but really, single friends are gonna be, because your environment creates so much of what your reality is, and your environment shapes you. So if you're with single people who are doing single things and they're having fun and they're having the time of their life, you might realize, being single is kind of fun. This is cool. Like, I got a crew. Like, I got people who are doing this thing. Like, they have they have the perspective. Like, they want to have fun. They want to enjoy life. Like, it's all about perspective and what you surround yourself with and your environment. It's so important. I was thinking of, like, I started to, like, literally, like, dance and sing to songs that I would cry to after the breakup. Literally started, I took my one friend, Clarice, to, like, this same place that me and my ex had gone to, and I made a new memory there. So that way when you think of those places, you don't only think of, like, your ex, and it doesn't make you sad because that's all you think about. You go there and you rewrite the narrative. Road trip!
Yeah.
Woo! We're going to Deposit, New York to go camping and be in a cabin, and this is part of me adventuring and having more fun in my life. So and the house has woken up for the most part. So I just had some eggs. We had to go grocery shopping because we literally had nothing in the house. So also I brought my meal preps with me because obviously they had to come with. And then I got some baby carrots also just because there's no fresh produce in the house. But this is the vibe. I had a blueberry bagel with 3 eggs and hot sauce. That was the move today. And then I was disturbingly tempted by these cookies because these are literally the best sugar cookies I've ever had in my life.
Eating a bagel.
Eating a bagel also.
So typical.
Okay, and it's clearing up. It's freaking beautiful. We rented this Airbnb cabin. We're right on a lake here. Yeah. No, like this is insane. Yeah? I guess I'm the fucking...
Bro, he's not camera shy.
He's not.
Ryan's gonna go overboard. Uh-oh, Ryan.
Oh no. Bye, Ryan.
Yeah, Ethan's the kayak pro. Yeah. Connor's just drifting down.
Last day vibes. We're going to the lake.
You get into their boat.
That's like the funniest thought ever.
Can someone hook me up?
I like really went in with strong intentions to vlog this trip, but I had so much fun living in the moment that just did not really happen. So I just threw in a couple clips at the end, but that's everything. I'll get better. I promise. Love you guys.